I have a friend who is also a sometime employer. I do proofreading and writing for him on occasion. And when I lived in Atlanta, I often visited him. Now he is a kind of what you might call culturally Roman Catholic. He has a kind of nominal relationship with the Roman Catholic Church, but doesn't really subscribe in his belief system to its teachings, but he continues to have a relationship with the church because he was brought up in it. Now, he also had around his house a lot of books, including several biographies. He had a biography of Robert Kennedy, a biography of John F. Kennedy, biographies of several other people. And there was one biography that I was really drawn to. Every time I would come over there, I would always look through this same book, which was the authorized biography of Mother Teresa. She was still alive at that time. And he said that I could borrow the book and read it because, every time I came over, I was always looking through that book, and it was obvious that I was quite interested in her life. And I always have had a special interest in Mother Teresa, which sounds kind of odd and perhaps rather ironic. I don't have much in common with her. I have no Roman Catholic background, although I have a Christian background. I have no Roman Catholic background. I am an atheist. I am hardly a nun, but I have always been very fascinated by her. And when I got the book, I couldn't put it down. I could put it down, but I read big chunks of it at a time. And I found her life story quite fascinating. And I also wrote to her biographer, Catherine Spink, who was not Roman Catholic, but I think was a Christian, but not Roman Catholic, and thanking her just for writing that book. Then, after Mother Teresa's death, I wrote an email to her again, to Catherine Spink, and I asked her if she was shocked by the information that came out after Mother Teresa's death concerning Mother Teresa's doubts, religious doubts, and especially concerning her sense of having been abandoned by God, her feeling of kind of an existential crisis that seemed to last for half a century, in which she no longer felt as she had felt when she was young. She no longer had the feeling of God working in her life. She no longer had the feeling of God speaking to her. In fact, when I read some excerpts of things that she had written to her confessor, it reminded me a lot of a wife who'd been long married and was trying to get the attention of a bored husband. Maybe that's a poor analogy, but that's what it reminded me of. And there was an extraordinary degree of pain this woman was in, of psychological pain, and yet she persevered. She kept on with her work through years and years and years of doubt, of feeling that God didn't want her, God wasn't talking to her, God was ignoring her. You know, she wondered if God existed, but much more often she believed God did exist, but was not active in her life, was not talking to her. Okay, and I wrote to Catherine Spink about this, and Catherine Spink wrote back that she was surprised, but at the same time she wasn't, because having been close to Mother Teresa for a period in order to write the book, she always had a certain feeling that there was a great deal of psychological depth to this woman that she was not sharing.